An all-wheel drive rally legend is about to be reborn thanks to the genius masterminds over at Toyota. The Toyota Celica was an iconic car, one that won many races, competed in championships across the world, and it was just a car that was loved from racing enthusiasts to just car enthusiasts all around the planet. But that isn't the only car that is being revived by two legendary Japanese companies. So buckle up, get ready for this slight history lesson with me, and today we're going to be talking about 3 cars that were successfully revived from Toyota and Honda, starting off with the Acura Integra. And yes, I know it's Acura, but Acura Honda, same/different names depending on where you live. Toyota has probably given us the craziest announcement of 2024, and Honda's announcements are trailing right behind them. In this video, I'm going to talk about 2 cars that Honda and Toyota have both confirmed for production, one of which is actually coming sooner than you think. So grab a snack, stay still, and today I'm going to give you guys a quick history lesson and a news segment about what Toyota and Honda are going to bring to the table. We're going to start off with Honda. So I'm sorry you Toyota fans, don't leave yet. I'm going to be explaining to you guys what's coming soon. But like I said, we're going to start this one off with Honda. For those of you who don't know, Honda and Acura are basically parent brands, or I think they're called sister brands, something like that. And I'm sure you guys do know this, but Honda recently brought back the Integra. The Integra has always been a fan favorite car, sort of hopping around from different names. You know, we got the Acura Integra, Honda Integra. You guys know how it is. But let me give you guys a quick little history lesson about the Integra. Before coming back in the early 2020s, the Integra hasn't seen a generation since 2006, which is just 4 years after I was born. The Integra has always sort of been like the Civic's fancier brother, but I do know that in the 90s and early 2000s, they actually did have some models that, at least in the United States, were sportier than the Civic, so keep that in mind. The Integra has almost always shared the platform with the Honda Civic of that year, and this newer generation is no different. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed actually, because they wanted the new Integra to be something super crazy, super fast, but times have sadly changed, and this is not going to be the sporty, full of soul Integra that you grew to know and love. I'm not saying this is a bad car, because to be honest, this car really does look amazing. The current generation Integra has around 200 horsepower for the base, and I can't exactly tell you guys what it has for the Type S model, but I believe it's around 300, 310, 320. I believe it's sharing the same engine and a similar tune to the Civic Type R, but I believe the Integra is also a little bit heavier because in this day and age, Acura is kind of going more for that luxury route, and I mean, I really can't blame them. These are some really beautiful cars. The Integra had 5 amazing generations, all of which were very high rated, and consumers all around the planet love them. But now I'm going to bring up the real reason why I brought up Honda and Acura, and that is for the new Prelude. Earlier this year, Honda actually showed us a concept car for the 2026 Prelude that is going to be coming to the UK. Hopefully it's going to be coming to the Americas, because I would love to save up for one, but no official word on that yet. We actually do sort of have a lot of powertrain details on this car. Although the Honda CEO promises that the Prelude will have an amazing, intuitive, and fun driving experience, a lot of people are very skeptical because of the powertrain it's going to be using. And that powertrain is going to be Honda's newer generation hybrid EV powertrain. And I've made other videos about this before, but the way these engines work is it's mainly an electric car, but they use the gasoline engine for sort of like a generator to increase fuel efficiency, and I believe it does kick on past a certain point, so when you do need that gasoline power, it will be there for you. Honda does already have this technology. We've seen it in the newer Accord and the newer Civics, where like I said, the gasoline engine is working as a generator powering a hybrid powertrain. In terms of sportiness, this system isn't too well received among car enthusiasts, but in terms of efficiency, this really just blows a lot of things out of the water. Hopefully the Prelude will keep a lot of its amazing design from the concept, because to be honest, this looks like a gorgeous crossover between like a Camry and a Porsche 911, so I cannot complain about this design. The Prelude ran from 1978 to 2001, so it had a pretty decent lifespan for a car, and although it took about 15 years for a new generation to get confirmed, I know a lot of people are pretty happy about this. And to be honest, I don't know why Honda didn't do it sooner. Being a car guy in high school, the Prelude was actually one of the cars that I really considered for my first car. I was kind of captivated by how some of the models had 4-wheel steering. I just thought that was kind of insane. But being that technologically advanced way back in the day kind of means that Honda has some pretty big boots to fill with this new Prelude. Unlike the previously mentioned Integra, the Prelude was actually based off of the Accord platform, just like it's going to be in the 2026 model, and the Integra is obviously based off of the Civic platform. And now what you guys have been waiting for, the new Celica has just been approved from Toyota to go into production. And that is great news and all, but let me tell you guys why this car is legendary and why it deserves to be reborn into a brand new 2025 or 26 sports car. The Celica has been a car that so far had 7 different generations, ranging from 1971 all the way to 2006. And unfortunately, being kind of young, I never really saw the older Celicas. I only really saw the last generation, and to be honest, not trying to diss anybody with the 7th generation of the car, but it always just kind of seemed like it was just a fraction of the power and the fraction of a glory that the previous generations had. Throughout its lifetime, the Celica has won 38 WRC rallies, and it won 2 WRC championships, and that's really no easy feat. This car has has tons of history with it. We had the Celica Supra. We had the Celica GT4, which had bug eyes that slightly remind me of the Acura Integra. So yeah, this car has a lot of history to it. A lot of people are very, very excited to see it come back. And I feel like if Toyota really plays their cards right, they could really take over a place in the market here. We had the GR Corolla, which it was kind of popular, but I feel like the GR Corolla was not nearly as successful as Toyota wanted it to be. To be honest, we have no really good confirmation on any details about the Celica. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. There's not really any news on the engine, but I do have an idea. Not really any news on the design. There's a lot of renders out there, but none of them are really official. A lot of people are scared that they're gonna go the Supra route with the powertrain, but I really don't think that's gonna happen. If you guys don't know, the newer Supra borrows a lot of components and a lot of powertrain pieces from newer BMW models. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I mean, even the interior looks like a BMW. To be honest, I don't think that's a bad thing. I love that car. I would totally get one. But we do have some newer Toyota engines that could really find a home inside of this new Celica. And that being Toyota's newer 3-cylinder turbo engine, which outputs about 300 horsepower on the GR Yaris and the GR Corolla. I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but Toyota recently made a GT86. They kind of did their own little project and turned a GR86 into a rally car. And like I said, it stole the engine from the GR Corolla, slapped it into a GR86, gave it all-wheel drive, and the rest is history. We have an amazing looking little rally car. It's no Celica GT4, but for a modernized one, that's the closest that we've gotten so far. This GT86 was basically just a GR86 body on top of a GR Corolla. Stated from Toyota themselves, they really just swapped out everything. And to be honest, if that's what the new Celica is, I would not be complaining. An all-wheel drive system with more horsepower than a GR86 and somewhat of a GR86 body would be amazing. That car is styled beautifully. I think Toyota actually has been doing really good lately with their styling, even from things as simple as their sports cars to something as complex as their Toyota Crown. I think they've been doing a great job with the styling. So if they maintain this engine and maintain the all-wheel drive system and just throw it on like a coupe body, then that seems good to me. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, comment any feedback you have for me. Thanks for watching.